Being here in the country of the upright man is a dream come true. To President Traore, the reincarnation of Thomas Sankara, President Traore, who has led the struggle to complete the unfinished business that was started by our ancestors and our Pan-African leaders in 1963 when they created the Organization of African Unity. During that meeting, they demanded the creation of an Africa that spoke with one voice, an Africa that was united. That journey is yet to be finished. What is happening in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, is just the beginning of a revolution that is way past due for Africa. Africa must unite. And Burkina Faso has shown us the way. They have opened the doors. They have shown us that the bully can be defeated. That no more shall we continue to give up our lunch. That we too need to eat. And therefore, there is no negotiating with the bully. The bully had to go, and Burkina Faso showed us how to do it. So, Mr. President, I bring you your children, descendants of the formerly enslaved. They have waited over 400 years to return the spirits of their ancestors back home to Africa. When the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves, all they ever wanted to do was to come back home to Africa. Each and every one of them that you see, many of them are coming to Africa for the first time. They are bringing with them the spirits of their ancestors to put them to rest here in Burkina Faso. And that's mission number one. Mission number two, we have watched you, Mr. President. You stand for everything that we have hoped for in an African man. Courageous, fearless, and in their faces. France, unapologetically, you told France, pack your bags and go home. You, Mr. President, and the people of Burkina Faso have done it, and we have a responsibility to support you. You have over 300 million African diaspora who are looking up to you. We are here to show you that we are with you. We support you. We are behind you. And we will not let you down. What can we do, Mr. President, to play our part in building the Burkina Faso we want?
What's up, guys? Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry, and in today's video, it's all about this great woman, this great leader, Dr. Africana Chihombo Rikwao. Now, in this video, Dr. Africana is sending a message not just to African leaders, not just to Captain Ibrahim Traore, not just to our Caribbean leaders, but to all of the black fraternity. She is sending out this message that we should embrace and welcome our black people, our black migrants who are stuck in the diaspora. He has urged us to welcome them back because we know of Donald Trump's plans on mass deportations, because he firstly did his first batch of deporting illegal immigrants, and we know that this is a very crucial and a very tension moment for our fellow black people who are in the diaspora, and it's evident that most of our black people really want to be welcomed back home. Most of our black people, our black folks who are stuck in the diaspora did find themselves over in the diaspora during the Atlantic slave trade. Now, they don't know how to begin, or rather where to begin, but they do wish to come back home. Now, there is a video that we did previously whereby some few black Americans and Jamaicans, they were complaining. They say that once they reached to their home country, to their motherland in Africa and the Caribbean, most of us, we discriminated them, we oppressed them, we robbed them. Because you tell me, this person has really longed to come back home, to a land where he feels safe, to a land where he belongs, and now we overcharge them. Just because we know they are from the United States, from Canada. Now, these people, they have their own challenges. For them to choose to come back home, they have gone through a lot. And for our fellows who are still in the diaspora and who might not be deported back, we actually have to urge our brothers, sisters, mothers and fathers who are back in Africa to give them humble time. Let's not pressure them, because you know there is this mentality that we are having, that once one of our relative or brother or sister manages to go to the diaspora, we think that they have just gone there and they'll be milking money, they'll be getting money from wherever they are. But we all know that almost 80% of these things, they don't go through as what we have created in our minds. So they still go through a lot of challenges, a lot of hardship, because you know, going to these Western countries and being a person of this colored skin, you get to face a lot of discrimination, and it gets to be tough. So we should give them a humble time to adjust in that new country, new environment. So back to this video, we have seen Dr. Africana give credits to one Captain Ibrahim Traore, the current president of Burkina Faso, because not most of our African leaders, not most of our Caribbean leaders are capable of doing what Captain Ibrahim Traore has done for his country. Now, for one, Captain Ibrahim Traore asked the French militaries to pack their staffs and leave Burkina Faso, because they were not trying to protect Burkina Faso, but rather they were exploiting Burkina Faso. They exploit the treasures of Burkina Faso and expose them to the Western countries. Ibrahim Traore would not stomach this, so he had to tell them that Burkina Faso is capable of protecting itself, and in that case, you just pack your stuffs and leave. So we all know that not most of our African leaders and also the Caribbean leaders can do this, be this bold and stand firm on what they believe in for their country, or rather what's right for their country and for the people of that country. They cannot do that. she has asked Ibrahim Traore to receive his people who were stuck in the diaspora. Most of them, as I said, they were sold to these Western countries during the Atlantic slave trade. And this is a great sign from Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao. And majorly what she is advocating for is that Africa and the Caribbean should unite. Now this reminds me of, Trump imposed 10% tariffs on the Caribbeans and mostly Jamaica. And now there is this other bold leader from the Caribbean, the Prime Minister of Barbados, who is Mia Amor Motley. Now Mia Amor Motley gave out a very bold speech regarding what Trump has done. He said that the Caribbean should strengthen and make sure that the ties between the Caribbean and Africa, they are being mended and strengthened, because Africa is a very, very rich continent. And you imagine the threat it will impose on the Western countries if Africa and Caribbeans unite. Because truth be told, Africa is a very rich continent. Africa is a very rich continent with majority of poor countries. Africa is not poor, but Africans are poor. That's just the plain truth. Now you imagine if we use our produces to rejuvenate and make sure that we modernize our countries. How I wish that Africa would create its own major processing facility or other processing plant for all their produces. We don't have to export our produces to the United States for processing. We actually have to grow self-sufficient as Africa. So I have to heckle on or rather support this speech from Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao and the previous speech from Mia Amor Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados. So guys, if it's for the first time you are watching my video or you just came across my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel, like, comment and share. To my returning subscribers, I have to say thank you so much for sticking around with me up to the point of this video. Your support means so much to me. And I'm your host Larry, and until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.